what you're about to see here is actually, it's a clip. It's a little bit of a clip, couple of clips from my reaction to Peaky Blinders. Now, this is a member exclusive for my Tier 2 members. But this is something that try to take and get out there and see maybe what y'all think of it. And yeah, hope you enjoy. Muddy streets, beautiful black horse, and he's in a nice suit. Everybody else has got rag clothing, basically. Cuts quite the figure, and the way they all scatter. I love the way the just gives it a sense of weight, that scene, and him entering like.
Sir, this is her.
The girl who tells fortunes.
Cause that horse to sneeze.
They're doing a magic spell to make her win a race.
The horse's name's Monaghan Boy. Kempton, 3 o'clock, Monday. You ladies have a bet yourselves, but don't tell anyone else.
Arthur's mad as hell.
What does a 10-year-old know about hell, eh?
I'm 11 Sunday.
Tell me.
Tommy, look at the book. Yeah, what do you want, mate? Just look.
Tommy!
All on Monaghan Boy.
Good work, John. Tommy!
Get in here. Now. You were seen doing the powder trick down at Garrison Courts.
Times are hard. People need a reason to lay a bet.
There was a Chinese.
The washerwomen say she's a witch. It helps them believe.
We don't mess with Chinese.
Look at the book.
Chinese have cutters of their own.
I'm taking charge of drumming up new money.
What if Monaghan Boy wins, Tommy? You fixing races now. Do you have permission from Billy Kimber to be fixing races? And what's got into you? You,
Bro, he looks so unconcerned.
the Chinese, and Billy Kimber.
I'm calling a family council tonight at 8 o'clock. I want all of us there. You hear me? There's trouble coming.
Bro, he seems like, number one, he drinks probably maybe just a bit, but he seems like he could be a very much a loose cannon. But bro, it didn't look like he was. Cillian Murphy's character was, he was just nonplussed. It was. Shouldn't you be chasing dinosaurs, good sir? Getting old, ain't you, though? No wonder why you took the time machine back in time.
All right, shut up now. Shut up. Comrades, we're here today to take a vote on strike action.
Yes!
Let's have a show of hands from all those who fought in France, all those who stood side by side with your comrades and watched your comrades fall. Raise your hands. The blood shed on Flanders fields, the sweat of your brows. Who reaps the rewards?
Oh, you're getting them riled up. Unionize. Which I think back then it was more strikes and pickets than actual, like, union.
Cheers, Thomas. Good health to you. Crown of a prince. Soon to be king, I'd bet.
You don't bet.
No. These past few days I've been speculating.
About what?
One of my union comrades has a sister, works in a telegraph office at the BSA factory. She says over the past week they've had messages coming up from London to the brass, from Winston Churchill himself. Something about a robbery. A robbery of national significance, it said. She found a list of names left on the telegraph machine. And on that list was your name and my name together. What kind of a list would have a name of a communist and a name of a bookmaker side by side?
Perhaps it's a list of men who give false hope to the poor.
You know, there are days when I hear about the cuttings and beatings that I really wish I'd let you take that bullet in France.
Believe me, there are nights I wish you had.
On three! 1, 2, 3, down! Breathe, Danny! Breathe!
Danny, you're home. We're all home in England. You're not in France. You're not an artillery shell, Danny. You're a man. Hey! You're not a whiz-bang.
PTSD he got going on there. The other two, though, that's, apparently they got some heavy stuff between them, talking about, wish I'd have let you take that bullet there in France, and sometimes I wish you would have too. It seems like they're fighting for a better life, just in different ways, and apparently they're not seeing eye to eye. Which doesn't seem to be real malice, that hint of danger, but I find it fun. Why would they have a list with the names of a communist and a bookmaker? Apparently y'all could be strange bedfellows. Poor fella.
Oh, hell. Did I do it again?
You did it again, Danny.
Camaraderie and but bad blood at the same time.
Scudboat and Lovelock got back from Belfast last night. They were buying a stallion to cover their mares. They were in a pub on the Shankill Road yesterday, and in that pub there was a copper handing out these.
If you're over 5 feet and can fight, come to Birmingham.
They're recruiting Protestant Irishmen to come over here as special.
To do what?
To clean up the city, Ada. He's the chief inspector. The last 4 years, he's been clearing the IRA out of Belfast.
How do you know so bloody much?
Because I asked the coppers on our payroll.
And why didn't you tell me?
I'm telling you.
So why are they sending him to Birmingham?
Well, there's been all these bloody strikes at the BSA and the Austin works lately. Now the papers are talking about sedition.
Wicked city, and your wickedness and your fornication will be revealed. You cannot hide from the Creator. You cannot hide from the Almighty Himself. The Creator sees all.
I have 10 minutes. What do you want?
An explanation. Always been able to tell when you're hiding something. People around here talk. Some of them work at the BSA. I've been talking to the wives of factory hands. Detectives have been asking questions in the proofing shops. Nothing happens in that factory without you knowing about it. Speak. God and Aunt Polly are listening.
It was meant to be routine. I had a buyer in London for some motorcycles. I asked my men to steal me 4 bikes with petrol engines. I'm guessing my men were drunk. There's a still inside the factory makes tramline gin. They picked up the wrong fucking crate. The boys dropped it to Charlie Strong's yard as agreed. They must have taken it from the proofing bay instead of the export bay.
Holy sweet baby of Mary.
Oh.
Inside we found 25 Lewis machine guns.
A little bit more than that's a bit of a mistake. I can see the reason why they said it's a matter of national interest because yeah, it's all military stuff. Your boys messed up there, homie. Just throwing that out there. They messed up just a wee little bit. I'd be done sunk them things in the water or something. Like that's just not something They normally don't play by military.
1,000 rounds of ammunition, 50 semi-automatic rifles, 200 pistols with shells.
Jesus, Tommy.
All bound for Libya. Sitting right there in Charlie Strong's yard.
Wait, did you say all bound for Libya? That sounds like the American embassy before Benghazi. Oh, wait. Totally different thing. My bad.
Tell me you threw them in the cut.
We put them in the stables out of the rain. The guns hadn't been greased yet.
So that's why they sent a copper from Belfast?
Maybe, maybe not.
Thomas, you're a bookmaker, a robber, a fighting man. You're not a fool. You sell those guns to anyone who has use to them. You will dump them somewhere the police can find them. Maybe if they know they haven't fallen into the wrong hands, this might blow over. Tell Charlie to dump them tonight.
No, he won't move contraband under a full moon. 3 days until it wanes.
Then you'll do the right thing. You have your mother's common sense, but your father's devilment. See them fighting. Let your mother win.
I love how she started with God and Aunt Polly are listening. That's a... Woo! He done put them, puts everybody in a sling. They send somebody special for you and everything like that. Hey, hey, hey. I tell you what, I'd be done. I think I'd be done sunken things in the river somewhere a little bit further down the road. Oh shit.
I got tickets for the Penny Crush.
I have a Romeo and Juliet situation here. What the hell?
Mood for the pictures tonight, Ada?
Well, I'm not doing it here again. I got covered in mud last time.
Let's just walk a bit.
If we go down as far as Greet, we could go to a pub.
Your brothers have friends in Greek. They have friends everywhere. We'd have to walk to London.
I'm with you, because you're the only man around here not scared of them.
Oh, I'm scared of them, all right.
But you love me more than you fear them, right?
I don't want to be always sneaking about.
Soon, we'll tell them.
When?
Oh, that green stands out so much against that just, like...
I'm here about the job as a barmaid.
Are you mad?
Am I what?
Do you know about this place?
I saw it in an advertisement.
Job's been filled.
It was in yesterday's.
Bro, she is dressed way too nice to be a barmaid. Yeah, something smells funny here. She's like dressed way too nice. Cause, like I said, that green just it stood out. So it tells me that's a little bit of a cinematic.
You too nice.
How would you know?
And too pretty. They'd have you up against a wall.
I have experience. And references.
So you got a cop coming in from Belfast.
You too pretty.
She's...
Watch. And listen. I wish I was in Ireland. My singing made them cry and stop them fighting.
Bro, their characters in this cut such figures in opposition to the world around them. This is an interesting... I see the reason why this show was so popular. Just from the jump. I mean, whenever you've got figures... Because he comes... Cillian Murphy's character comes in on a horse. It's a muddy street. He's in nicer clothing. So you've already got the symbolism, like he's in the lower class dregs there, but he's above it. He's not touching the mud. He's not touching the dirt. So he's a fixer. And he's definitely one... He said he's a thinker. And you got this cat right here that, you know, we're used to seeing chasing around dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. And he comes in and there's an ominous, like, tone to any time whenever he was first shown. And it's the contrasting between somebody who's outside of the law and somebody who is the law. Just, I love this juxtaposition so far. Love it.
Babies. Discarded with the fish bones and eggshells. Girls, 11 years old, pierced and punctured by old men with threepence a time, rotted upon like animals.
Sounds like Alabama, Kentucky, or Arkansas, not England.
Flesh. Your masters, the men who you touch you're a cap to, the Peaky Blinders, the vicious. God damn you for soiling your uniforms.
Sounds like a preacher. Now he's behind the pulpit like a preacher.
These are the new men who will bolster your ranks. Good men from God-fearing families. By the time the sun sets, right.
There's some pointy hats.
I let the ordinary.
Arthur Shelby, lead pack dog of the Peaky Blinders. Look at me.
Woo.
I want you to see this as me introducing myself to you. Understand? In all the world, the only thing that interests me, you know about the robbery.
What robbery?
Bruh, it's a rude introduction. Like, you are not nice whatsoever. Like, that's not how you introduce yourself. Just put that out there into the world.
I will ask you again. What do you know about the robbery?
I swear to God, I don't know what you're talking about. What fucking robbery? I'm not fucking lying. All right? I'm not fucking lying.
I know.
He just wanted to take and send a message, apparently. I know. You're an asshole.
Just pain the blood in your eyes. And no blood in your veins that could carry even a trace of cunning or guile. But understand this. That is well within my power to have you and the rest of your scum family face down in the canal before the year is out. On the other hand,
Bro. Something tells me they probably haven't dealt with a policeman like this, because he's coming in, a rude introduction, and he's just made a threat. Got to wonder if maybe he himself right there is probably thinking, maybe it's time to get out of this? Like, this cat don't play. Jesus. Woo. Work him over like he broke something. He broke something. I can't exactly tell what he broke. But then he's like, oh yeah, I know you're not lying. What? Bruh.
I need a bottle of rum.
Grass, whatever it is, it's on the house.
A whole bottle? Where's your dark rum?
Don't care.
Right, lads. Will it be two?
She was taken by him. You can tell she's just like, ooh, who's he?
Are you a whore? Because if you're not, you're in the wrong place.
John wiped the blood out of his eye.
Since when did you give orders?
I'm a trained nurse.
Don't make me laugh. It hurts me face.
I bloody am.
You went to one first aid class in the church hall and got thrown out for giggling?
Not before I learned how to stop somebody from choking.
No, give me that.
You're all right. He said Mr. Churchill sent him to Birmingham. National interest, he said. something about a robbery. He said he wants us to help him.
We don't help coppers.
He knew all about our war records. He said we're patriots. Like him. I said...
So he wants you to be a fucking rat.
I said we'd have a family meeting. Take a vote.
How the fuck are you gonna take a vote as a criminal to be a fucking rat? He appealed to your sensibilities. Really? Really? You become a turncoat because you got worked over? You should be used to that type of shit, or at least know it's in the line of business. Just saying.
Hey, what you do? We're closed. Go home. Go home, crazy man. I say go home, crazy man. Ho detto va a casa, scemo. I said go home. Fix my legs.
So, are you settling in?
I've set up a command network. I have agents and police across the city who will act as my eyes and ears. And I've begun to interrogate suspects vigorously.
I understand you broke a few Fenian hearts. But remember this, Mr. Campbell. This is England, not Belfast. Bodies thrown in the rivers wash up in the papers here. We must keep the existence of these stolen guns out of the news, otherwise we're simply advertising them for sale.
You're aboard. There's no moon. We can take them out to the turning point beyond Gas Street and leave them on the bank. They'll be found by railwaymen first thing.
I changed my mind.
You what?
Oh, hell.
I have an alternative strategy. Tell Curly to take her out to the old tobacco wharf. There's a lock-up mooring we used to keep cigarettes. He knows it. When the boat leaves your yard, it's no longer your concern.
Have you lost your fucking mind? Have you not seen the streets? They've sent a fucking army to find these things.
That's right. They've shown their hand.
Their hand?
If they want them back this bad, they'll have to pay. That's the way of the world. Fortune drops something valuable into your lap, you don't just dump it on the back of the cut.
I am, sir.
First impressions?
I wonder why something smelled funny.
I'm quite shocked at how these people live. Have you found anything out that might help me?
I interrogated the head of the Peaky Blinders. He didn't know anything. A brute.
It strikes me that it isn't Arthur who heads the Shelby family. It's the younger one, Thomas.
Danny, as you know, the man you killed was Italian. Those two men over there are his brothers. If I let the Italians do this, Danny, they'll cut off your manhood and let you drain. That's how those bastards do things. So to stop a war breaking out between us and the Italians, to save you from their barbarity, I said I would dispatch you myself. They're here to witness.
Bros, he's got PTSD. He's bad off.
I died over there anyway, Tommy. I left my fucking brains in the mud.
You have any last requests, comrade?
You look out for my Rosie and my boys. See they get apprenticeships at the BSA factory or the Austin. And they'll make foremen. I know they will. Just, is that bad for me?
Monaghan boy, bloody won! It won, and word will spread. So the next time we do the powder trick, it won't be just the garrison that'll bet on the horse. It'll be the whole of Small Heath. And you know what? The horse will win again. And the third time we do it, we'll have the whole of Birmingham betting on it. 1,000 quid bet on the magic horse. And that time, when we are ready, the horse will lose.
You okay, Danny?
I'm still in shock.
Well.
Are you sure this isn't heaven?
If it was heaven, what would I be doing here? Tommy wanted you to think it was real. Try and knock some sense into you.
A shell full of sheep brains, so it's pretty bad.
Ah, it was meant to.
So where are you taking me?
London. Tommy has a little job for you. Give you a chance to say thanks. You're a Peaky Blinder now, Danny.
This is one of those shows that I could so binge if I was not reacting to it. And I might have to do a reaction binge and just start in the morning and go until I got to go pick up my kids one day. Yo. Bro, the characters in this are so... They strike such a figure. He's definitely the brains behind the operation. He's got the muscle that he needs, but he's got that thinking mind that he analyzes stuff and he makes his decision and he tries to take it. Like I said, it's like a chess game to him. He's trying to take and stay 2 or 3 steps ahead. So he's thinking, instead of offloading the guns, maybe we can get some profit off of it. Let's move it out of the city, take it somewhere else that we own, and now we've got a place to actually sell them from. So it gets rid of them, gets them away from where they're at, so it takes that heat off of them. Oh, this is just, oh yeah. Oh yeah, and then that cop, dude. That cop, Sam Neill playing that cop, he walks about with an air of authority in a way that you don't see in a lot of shows about cops. Like, the air of authority he has is a dangerous authority. And he showed it when he took and roughed over the brother. So it's, yeah, I'm digging this. And that girl, she, interested to see where that's going to go, because that's slightly interesting to me. So yeah. That being said, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Y'all be good to each other. Love yourselves. Peace.